Now some of you guys might be wondering, how does my fly go from this ridiculously ugly, bushy, picky thing to a perfectly silhouetted Bucktail Deceiver like this one? Well, the truth is these are basically the same fly. Tied almost identical, same hair, same bucktails used, same selection, same density, same spacing, the works. What I want to talk to you guys about today is how your bucktail flies actually look in the water. I'm Gunnar Brammer with Brammer's Custom Flies. So there's a few things going on with the bucktail. One is kind of the flare. You tie it in, you compress it, it flares. Well, that flare, that rigidity to the hair is going to kind of soften up and limp up over time. It's not always going to be all these straight lines because the length of the hair gives the hair leverage over it, and it'll pull it down and tame that arc a little bit, make it much softer in the water. The other thing that could be going on is a lot of static. Now, the thing you have to understand about a straight, ugly looking picky fly like this is not how it looks in the water. The other thing that's really important to know is when you get these things wet, that's also not how they look in the water. The important thing is to get it wet, hang it vertically, and let it dry. The dried silhouette is the fishing silhouette. When you fish this in still water, when you fish this in a lake and you strip it and it pauses, that's the silhouette. Not this big picky thing, and also not the super slicked down, wet, bulleted thing. That bulleted silhouette might happen the instant when you strip because you're increasing the water pressure on the material, so they'll collapse and breathe a little bit. But this is the finished silhouette. So how do you get it? Well, I mentioned earlier, but I just finished a Bucktail Deceiver for the Bucktail Fleye Design video, and I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to get it wet, we're going to hang dry it, and then I'll take a picture of it at the end and throw it at the end of this video so that you guys will believe that these two flies are the same fly. Let's do it. One important thing, make sure your glue's dry if you use head cement. My poor boat, abandoned to the cold of the garage all winter long. Ooh, bucktail. Don't mind that. So all you're going to do, doesn't matter, cold or warm water, doesn't matter. Just grab that sucker by the bend. If it's a really big fly, you can thread something through the hook eye. That's what I use my whip finish tool for because that's the only thing it's good for, really. Just run your fingers through that when it's in the water. Make sure you get all that trapped air out. And this is not how it's going to fish. Don't take pictures of this. It's not what it looks like in the water. It drives me nuts when people do that. Manipulate that guy in your fingers. Get that guy nice and vertical. Then you just take some paper towel, put it under where it's going to drip, and leave it there for like an hour. So check that out. That dried fantastic. Look at that thing. That was that big old bushy picky one, because here's the other one that I kept showing you guys that I tied up for practice. So that's how you get the proper silhouette of your bucktail flies. Get them wet, hang dry them. This is how they fish in the water. This is how they look on the paws. This is the silhouette that you should be going for when you're imitating specific forage. Thanks for watching, guys.